Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber. Tim has the night off. Woodbury County tonight reporting a 7-day positivity rate of 13% for coronavirus, down significantly from the month of November. Most of Siouxland counties are seeing positivity rates decrease, but health officials are warning that getting complacent could make the new year difficult for us. We have the details in our top story right now at 6. Kevin Green with Siouxland District Health says he attributes some of the declines in numbers to the holidays and less access to testing. He says it's also proof people are being proactive of how they're responding to the virus. He also says positivity rates have gone down, but says Siouxlanders should continue being diligent and not start easing up, especially ahead of New Year's Eve.
Plan accordingly and have an option A, B, and C. That if you would happen to go somewhere is what it was and it's crowded or there's people waiting in line, don't stand in that crowd. Move on to some other location. If they take those sorts of precautions, we can continue this positive trend.
Health officials saying it's important that if people do go out for New Year's Eve, they follow guidelines bars and restaurants have in place. After loosened restrictions, bars are now open for one of their biggest celebrations of the year. KCAU 9 News reporter Lydia Vasquez joins us live from downtown explaining what some bar owners are expecting on this New Year's Eve. Lydia?
Hey, Sophie, that's right. Some bar owners tell me since the start of the pandemic and added precautions like curfews, business has been somewhat quiet. But they say they're excited to make up for some of those losses come New Year's Eve. Now, New Year's Eve is one of the busiest nights for bars like Keat Club. The general manager tells me they expect more than 200 people on a typical year, but this year that number is up in the air.
We're expecting a standard dinner rush for our reservations that we already have booked. However, late night, it's a flip of the coin. So we're prepared to be busy, but we're also understanding that a lot of people will be staying home this year.
Coming up tonight at 10, I'll explain how some bar owners are working to stay within the health guidelines and how they plan to enforce them. Reporting live in Sioux City, Lydia Vasquez, KCAU 9 News.
All right, thanks, Lydia. Taking a look now at the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Siouxland. Woodbury County health officials recording 55 cases in 24 hours, reaching a total of more than 12,200 cases. 35 patients currently in hospital due to COVID-19. Meanwhile, Buena Vista County has 3,600 total cases with 25 deaths. In Nebraska, Dakota County with 18 new positive tests today. The county recording 109 cases over the past 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Madison County has reported 186 cases over the same time period. And in South Dakota, Union County officials now reporting 30 total deaths as well as 150 active cases. Healthcare workers in central Iowa getting their first doses of the vaccine today. Hy-Vee helping administer the Moderna version at its pharmacy in Waukee. Those who work in healthcare and want to receive the vaccine can fill out a consent form and sign up online at hyvee.com. You are asked to bring proof of your employment. Due to CDC allocations, Hy-Vee is only able to give vaccines to those employed in Dallas County. After yesterday's storm, today felt rather nice despite the cold temperatures. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson for a look at one of our last forecasts for 2020. Scott?
Thanks, Sophie. We had some decent December weather out there today. Some cloud cover at times, but temperatures were just a hair above our seasonal averages, getting close to the freezing mark in Sioux City, 31. The official high temperature today, 28 in Orange City, 33 the high in Norfolk and Tacoma, 28 for Carroll and Denison. Overnight low temperatures look to slip down to between 0 and 10, and the temperature will be falling to about the dew point. We do have high relative humidity, so be alert behind the wheel later tonight as there could be some areas of dense fog. We'll have more information on that and some warmer temperatures coming our way soon. It's all in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
Thanks, Scott. Well, despite a challenge from the Democratic candidate, Iowa Representative-elect Marionette Miller Meeks will be taking her seat in Congress in the new session coming up soon. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi says Miller Meeks will be sworn in with the other members of the House this Sunday. Now, Democrat Rita Hart has asked the House to investigate and overturn the state-certified results from the 2nd Congressional District race. Hart lost to Miller Meeks by just 6 votes. Allowing Miller Meeks to take office would not eliminate the possibility of the House deciding later that Hart won the race and could then replace her. Miller Meeks has 3 weeks to respond to Hart's contest. Siouxland breweries have been feeling the effects of the nationwide aluminum shortage. KCAU 9 News reporter Mallory Smith tells us how this has impacted local businesses and consumers.
The aluminum shortage stems from a lack of recycling cans thanks to coronavirus shutting down return services for months. Also, because of the pandemic, production has been forced to slow down as plants that make cans are working with reduced staff.
These 12-ounce cans are almost impossible to find at the moment, and a lot of breweries are actually switching to 16-ounce aluminum cans, which are kind of scarce as well, but they've almost doubled in price at the moment.
Meanwhile, the demand for canned drinks has gone up as Americans stay home. And local businesses tell us it's especially difficult for smaller breweries who go up against larger distributors.
They're also buying these cans, so it makes it kind of harder for the small guys, the little guys, to get their hands on those kinds of things. So
people don't realize it's not just beer cans. This is for, the major soda companies at the same time are buying their aluminum from the same places that we are.
The shortage is forcing some businesses to change their customized cans, like the ones sold at Remedy Brewing.
We were very specific with our packaging. We get a lot of our cans pre-printed. And so getting pre-printed cans pretty much went out the window in 2020. So we had to kind of change up our packaging options and can sizes as well.
Both companies say they had been working to cope with the shortage.
Part of it has been both diversifying where we purchase our cans from, and at the same time, when we find a good deal, trying to make sure that we stock up as much as we possibly can.
In Sioux City, Mallory Smith, KCAU 9 News.
Law enforcement always say to take it slow during a snowstorm, but last night's winter weather advisory didn't slow down a driver trying to get to Minnesota. The Iowa State Patrol pulling over the driver on I-35, clocking their speed at 114 miles an hour. In the Facebook post, troopers say that the driver's excuse was they were in a hurry to get back to college in Minnesota. State Patrol reminding everyone that speeding, especially in a winter storm, is not acting responsibly for you or anyone else on the road. The possible charges for the driver have not yet been released. A nurse went viral for dancing with patients and coworkers during the peak of COVID-19. But then she got a different type of viral attention. Her fight with the virus coming up.
And in weather, be alert tonight to the possibility of some patchy, dense fog. Some warmer temperatures lined up for the start of 2021, and we should start to melt away some of that snow. We'll also have a preview on a mixed precipitation chance next week. It's all in the 9 on 9 forecast next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
It looks like amounts with that will be on the lighter side of things, but something that we'll track as it comes closer. And generally dry conditions expected for next week, too, with highs looking to hover around the freezing mark.
I hear this is a pretty decent forecast for the first week of January here in Siouxland.
It is, yeah. Usually we'd be struggling with temperatures in the single digits and teens. So, yeah, to see those 30s and 40s is a welcome sight.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Well, for healthcare workers, the COVID-19 vaccine could not have come at a better time. One nurse sharing her story of getting COVID-19 and why this vaccine is so important. Coming up next. A nurse who went viral after dancing for her patients is finally returning to work after contracting the virus herself. She says that she never expected coronavirus to hit her so hard. Lindsay Pena shares her story.
From New York to Texas to San Diego, Nurse Anna Wilkinson has been on the front lines treating coronavirus patients since the pandemic began. Her dance moves lifted the spirits of her patients and fellow staff and went viral. She was still going strong in early December, returning from a stint working in Texas, and was eager to be one of the first to get the Pfizer vaccine.
I was so excited. This is hope. We're going to do it. We're going to beat COVID.
She'd gotten a negative test on Sunday, went back to work on Monday, got another test and the vaccine on Wednesday. Then,
a few days later, I got the results that I was positive.
She doesn't know exactly when or where she got it. During that time, her firefighter husband was potentially exposed at work, but he tested negative. Wilkinson says she quickly went from feeling fine to very sick.
I became short of breath, body aches, night sweats, the whole shebang, that my body was like I was out of energy and I couldn't do anything.
All she could do was be reminded of how life-changing COVID can be.
You think of all the people that we lost, that could be your friend, it could be your neighbor. I've seen that. I personally have seen that. And then I'm going through COVID. It's just like.
She's sharing her story because she wants people to remember healthcare workers get sick too.
We are human. We are 100% human. And if we're not there, who's going to help your families?
While she's feeling better,
sorry, I get symptomatic in him.
she's far from ready to go back to work. She wants to remind people to wear a mask, follow other health guidelines, and get the vaccine if you can. She says hers was just a case of unfortunate timing.
I was so proud. Honestly, I'm still proud that I got the vaccine. There's hope. There is hope.
Well, today was Media Day for the upcoming Fiesta Bowl between Iowa State and Oregon. Jake has more from the Cyclones coming up in sports.
Draft and is currently listed as draft guru Mel Kiper's #1 defensive tackle prospect entering the draft. Now, Nixon was not the only player. Seemed like several Iowa Hawkeyes declared for the draft today as well. If you want to find those, you can find them on our website this evening. Sophie, send things back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Jake. We'll see you again at 10, and we will check in for a final look at your forecast. First, to take you outside right now in Siouxland. So it took a little patience, but roads tonight cleared up. We can see pavement once again, not just a layer of ice. Temperatures, though, overnight expecting to be really cold with a little fog.
Yeah, really cold. Easy to see the pavement right now, but that could become more of an issue as we get through the overnight period here. Some patchy, dense fog is expected to form. Really cold. We're already seeing those temperatures fall to about 10 in Nebraska. We'll have an overnight low of 5 in Sioux City. Tomorrow, the temperature working up to 29 in a mostly sunny sky. And as we move into the new year, looks like temperatures will gradually warm up. We can look forward to a high of 40 next Monday.
All right, thanks so much, Scott, and thank you for joining us. We'll both see you back here tonight at 10. And until then, have a great night.